Hi guys, so back today, not so much with a tutorial, more a collection of ideas really. I've been listening to Oscar Peterson a lot recently. He's always been one of my favourites, one of the jazz piano greats really. I'm a big fan, as you can probably tell by the album up there, which incidentally is the album you were listening to in the intro. I'm not pretending in any way that this is a video to explain how to play like Oscar Peterson. That is a mean feat and one that would take longer than one video, if any. But it's just a few pointers as to how you can adapt your playing to play similarly, and what you can use those pointers to take further in your own way, in your own soloing, in your arranging, and just general playing. So let's start with the first pointer that I've pulled out. The first pointer, 2-5-1s. Now obviously many of us know what they are. They're the building blocks. If not, I've got another video up here explaining what they are and how they work. But yeah, 2-5-1s, and the lines that he plays over them, they're very bluesy. He is very bluesy. His playing is very blues influenced, gospel blues sort of influences in there. Lots of the sort of accidental bluesy scales, those sort of sounds here. And so I'm looking at just a little snippet here, just a little lick from It's Only a Paper Moon, which is on the Harold Arlen Songbook album. So a little lick, a bit like this. Yeah, that sort of endless running quavers, bluesy style. Let's have a listen to the actual recording now of Oscar Peterson, and you really see it at its full force. Yeah. So much faster than I would ever have been able to play it, but there it is. Yeah, that sort of sound is really prevalent. Another thing, and this is point number 2. This is something that I do a lot in my playing now. It's almost the go-to kind of style, which in some ways can get a little too repetitive. So I need to pull in from a few other ideas. But yeah, the block voicing. So the block voicing. In Oscar Peterson's case, and in many other pianists' case, these pointers are not just for Oscar Peterson. They're obviously heard in lots of other players. But these block voicings. So we take a melody. So say we're gonna go with "Wouldn't It Be Lovely" from My Fair Lady. Oscar Peterson has an album of My Fair Lady tunes that he did his own take on. So. Melody, you might not know it, but pretty simple melody, but keeping that octave apart and filling that octave with a 6th, a 7th, a 9th, the lush warm harmonies that you find, those really kind of sounds really nice and warm and thick. We're filling that gap there with those notes, and we're just working up. And we're always keeping that melody an octave apart. Yeah, we're always keeping that gap there. Yeah, it's really classic sounding, really thick, really warm, really nice. So let's have a listen to the track from the album, and you can really hear that working. Yeah, really classic sounding, really of the time, but timeless. And I'll be putting that in all over the place. It's just really satisfying to play, really, as a style for piano. So I mentioned before about blues influences, and not just over 2-5-1s, but blues just in general. He's written blues etudes, boogie blues etudes, all sorts of things that are firmly rooted in that blues harmony, that 12 bar, and that sort of thing. So just a little lick here to give you an idea of an ending. It's quite a blues ending, so not in the middle. We're finishing this with a really sort of bluesy sound. Really nice, lots of sixths in there, lots of 13ths. So that's just a little thing on blue, but you know, that's the sound. And I suppose my last point really, but it's going to encompass them all. Octave unisons, unison octaves. 1 octave, 2 octaves. This sort of, you know. So if I take Witchcraft, for example, Witchcraft the tune. It doesn't sound that much on its own, but once you put the harmony in, you know. You know, that sort of sounds really, really classic, really nice, and I like to put that in as well. And you work it in with that close harmony as well, and just interchange it. You really get into create that kind of advanced sound, if you like. It sounds more put together, more purposeful, more intentional. And that's what I think is a really good thing about his playing. It's so clear, concise, but not a note of his is out of place or unnecessary. Everything is working towards something, and that's what, you know, we'd all like to strive for in our playing. So to take that even further, the idea of octave unisons, we're going to look at the last sort of piece, track, and that is Stella by Starlight, which is from the rare 1971 trio session. And it's really harmonically adventurous, if you like, which again is a staple of that sound. So there's sort of octaves, octaves again, and then we kind of step in to some other things. The block voicing. And that sort of bluesy sort of sound again. So everything's working together now and creating something really interesting, just from a few sort of key ideas. So have a listen to that. You can hear that now, and there's a little section in the second bit which is taking those octaves to a soloistic point, not just using the melody to state the melody for the first time, but when you really get in there and just, yeah. So we'll have a look. Let's block voicings. Ready for those octaves again. Yeah, it's really creating something rounded now, something a unit in that short A, even. A, B, we'll just hit the B there. So, you know, a third of a tune almost. And we've used every one of those techniques to create something that's really different. Yeah, you've got a different sound there. You're not just going to those same old styles that we used to playing and our voicings that we like. You know, we're throwing in something different, and I think that's important. So yeah, they're my points for today. They're not, you know, everything that you can do just to have that sound. There are so many others, and it would take hours and hours and hours. So just a few little pointers there as to how you can spice up your playing a bit. So thanks for watching, and until next time, cheers.